versus 18rabbit from the AoE HD 2014 Championships tourney that Outclan's organising. First couple of rounds are all best of threes, with the first game being Mirror Civs on Dry Arabia, with the second and third games being the loser's home map and the winner's home map, conversely for from the first game. So here they've mirrored Persians, which are pretty interesting civ for Arabia. They can both drush and scout rush pretty well, but like they've got a very strong castle age with their, let's see, what is it? Knights having +2 attack versus archers. So like you don't really want to go crossbows, and having their town centers work faster means like if you can get up a couple of town centers, then pretty quickly you can have a strong boom going. I guess we'll have a quick look at the maps. For 18rabbit, his map, I would say it's like a very nice map. This gold here is a pretty easy wall, cliff to the wood. This side of the wood line is relatively safe, but aside from that wood line, he's got basically nothing nearby. So his gold is protected, but not much else of his base, which is, I guess, both good and bad. Gold being good, not having wood being bad. Whereas if we have a look at Chris's base, he's got a nice wood, it's relatively back. He's got 2 back goals and a back stone, which is also a really easy wall here. Just his main gold is kind of forward, and his secondary stone. And also this boar, that's going to be a difficult lure, you're definitely going to need loom to do that. Same with this boar for rabbit, you've got to go around a forest. So either you could, I guess, try luring it with your scout if you really wanted to, but not really worth the risk at this stage of the game, especially since the scout rush is pretty common. Yeah, Rabbit, well, both Rabbit and Chris, they're both really strong players. They're both over 2k rating on HD. Okay, so far, standard build, 6 sheep, 3 to wood. Looks like we're going 4 to wood, so I guess a drush is coming. Yep, 4 on wood. So Rabbit's gonna go for a drush. What is Chris doing? Chris is going for a boar already. So Chris is gonna scout rush. I would expect 21 pop. Whereas Rabbit is drushing. Or he could still scout rush, but it's not standard to do 4 on wood for a scout rush. It's a little bit too much wood early. So like, I guess it helps you get out earlier farms. Oh yeah, Mark, I'm not saying that Chris is better than Rabbit, but they're both strong players compared to the majority of HD. Like yeah, Rabbit's definitely much better, but overall, like they're both good, decent players. Man, I'm repeating myself a couple of times here. Yeah, this is a good ball though. Gets there right as that sheep's finished. They should probably drop off so they can make another villager. That's no big deal. Got 2 already queued up. Villager just managing to jump in the town centre in time there. Chris has lured a deer as well. That's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't see that earlier. Oh well. That's just a little bit of extra food that Chris has got. Deer's got 140 food. Take away rotting, you'd probably get at least 100 out of it. And that's pretty much the equivalent to like a farm, really. If you laid a farm right now, you'd get maybe 100 food out of it by the time you get to feudal age. And of course, 2 villagers on a deer are going to gather that 100 food in like 30 or so seconds, whereas 1 villager on a farm is going to take you a couple of minutes. So it's a really good food boost early in the game. Yep, Chris has done loom and he's going for a second. He's doing loom. Yep, doing loom. Getting the second boar in. Loom done just as he starts attacking, which is absolutely perfect. 18rabbit has done the same. As expected, really. Pretty bad boars. Also, Rabbit has unluckily just missed these 2 sheep here. Which is pretty unlucky, I guess. And he's a little bit late with the boar lure. Heading off for the barracks now. I probably wouldn't have bothered with the sheep there. Like, 'cause he's got 2 villagers queued up, he's got 200 food in the bank. He's probably going to be fine. But yeah, whatever. Leave a villager or 2 on the sheep just to gather the food slowly. And there we are, found the sheep. Ooh, did Chris just scout the drush? Assuming he's looking. Assuming that assuming Chris has a look at this area with his scout, he'll see that there's a barracks there. Could probably expect him to try to do some small walls around his base to try and defend himself. Ooh, that was good. Sort of won that engagement, 42 to 37. A little bit of extra damage. Do I know how much money Thor has spent on Smurf accounts? You don't need to spend money on Smurf accounts. You can just family share, which is essentially you just get a free account that you can use only on your computer. But there are limits to what you can do with said account. Like, you can't voice chat unless you actually go and buy a game. You can't group voice chat unless you buy a game or someone else buys you a game. And I'm not talking about those free ones which randomly pop up. No, you have to actually spend money. But other than that, yep, you can make as many accounts as you want on Steam. Which I guess could be considered a bit of a bad thing. Like, it sort of promotes smurfing. Like, I'm definitely not saying that smurfing is good. Most of the time I get really annoyed at people who smurf. But if people want to do that, I guess I can't really tell them not to. It's not really my place to impose my will on others. As much as I would like the world to be my perfect world, really. PogChamp. I don't know what that is, but yeah, okay. Cool. I think Chris should be pretty fine. He'll be in fuel about the same time that Drush gets here. He's got enough space there to build a stable right there. Town Center should be able to range it, so it's not going to get denied or anything. I guess the only worry at this stage is Berryvilles. Oh, he just accidentally killed a sheep with his Town Center there. A little bit unlucky. Lost a little bit of food there. But he should be pretty good. He's got the wood for barracks, or sorry, not barracks, a stable. Hey, here we are. Barracks are built. Almost up to feudal. And the militia are busy killing a wolf halfway across the map. That's just another little bit of a delay. If they happen to walk past this wolf, that's 2 wolves. And if that does happen, I'd be pretty confident to say that Chris would be fine. There we are. Stable coming up. Double bid axe. Not going to do horse collar just yet. Oh, yes we are. And here comes the militia. Let's see how this goes. The stable should be built before the militia even start attacking. Getting out of spearmen. Always something you should do if you're being drushed, just to get a little bit more military out in the field. Like, because your villagers can kill militia pretty easily if they want to. The only problem is the militia, they attack and then they run again. But you don't really care if your spearman chases them, because the spearman's not gathering resources. Uh-oh, this villager's all by himself, but yeah. This spearman killed that scout pretty easily. And then you got 3 militia versus a couple of villagers and a couple of scouts. Pretty easy fight for Chris here. Probably, but the main problem here, as long as these militia are hanging around his base, Chris isn't likely to go attack Yellow. And while he's not attacking, Yellow's pretty much got a free boom. He can easily do these massive walls around the front with basically no harassment. He'll be fully walled before Chris gets over there. And while that's happening, Chris is having to deal with a little bit of harass. And that's exactly what you're aiming to do with a Drush. Especially what Rabbit's doing, which is, I assume, a Drush Fast Castle. Yeah, probably a Josh Path Castle, I'd guess, with his economy at this stage. 4 on gold. Probably should lay a couple more farms, but there we are. Chris is about to finish off the militia. If he fights the militia. No, militia's just camping up here on the top of the hill. What Chris could have probably done there is just walled them in the top, which would have been pretty sneaky. But he's decided, no, they're both slightly injured. I can sort of tank the harassing that's happening. I'm gonna get over there and try to harass Rabbit. But look, Rabbit is, I assume, fully walled. It looks like he's fully walled everywhere. There might possibly be a gap between the house and the barracks. It doesn't look like it to me. I'm not saying there isn't a hole, but there might be. But most likely there probably isn't. And Chris just needs to pay a little bit more attention here. Those 3 villagers come over there and defend pretty easily. But here, oh, okay, nope, we're not going for a fast castle. Guessing these villages are going to be a little stable. But yeah, look, we're really short on food at the moment. What's going to happen? Nope, we're just going to build a blacksmith and some more farms. No economy upgrades. So, not too sure what's happening here. But Chris is going to find he's fully walled. So I would expect Chris is going to concentrate his economy on getting up to castle stage pretty quickly. Send some villagers to gold soon. Maybe go for a tower. There we are, tower. Awesome idea, that tower there. This is the only wood for Rabbit. If he sticks that tower there and he fully walls it, and as long as his scouts stay somewhere around here, then he should be pretty fine. That's of course assuming he can get the tower up. Would Rabbit be able to see that tower? He wouldn't. So if those villagers are able to get there in time, get the tower up, then this could be pretty deadly for Rabbit. Sending these militia still harassing at the back. If I was Chris, I'd probably just make a scout and try to pick them off. Get it over and done with once and for all. I mean, like, they're not doing a lot of damage, like, they're not killing any vills. But they're coming in, they're hitting you once or twice, and then they're running off. And that just forces you to come back and check on your villagers, make sure they're okay. And that's just a little bit of a waste of time. Okay, Rabbit should be able to go up in the next minute or so. Ooh, 50 food short. 20 food short. 10 food. There we are. And he's up. Now, will this tower go up though? Rabbit can't see anything yet. Well, of course the tower isn't being built yet. He hasn't seen the villagers walking past, so everything looks pretty good for him. Anyone's watching, feel free to like just ask me questions or whatever. Yeah, basically. Fast castle versus a flush, or scout rush. Josh Fast Castle is done decently. Chris is going to be going castle in a second, I guess. Yeah, another minute or two, he should be able to get up about 20 minutes. And with this tower, which Rabbit cannot see, Rabbit's going to be kind of fucked here at the moment. He's going to have no wood. He's going to need a... Ooh, and Chris is also walling in his gold. Ooh. Ooh, naughty boy Chris. That is so rude. Definitely a good idea though. Yep, just still harassing the side of the map, keeping Rabbit's attention away from the tower. And the tower is built. He needs to keep... Oh, where are these scouts going? No, they need to stay around this side of the map to try and stop Rabbit from running across to one of these wood lines. Because I would assume that Rabbit's going to try to drop off enough food for a town centre not enough food, enough wood for a town centre. And then go build one over here. Somewhere like that. While this tower denies this wood line. These villagers should probably get out and wall it up. Let's take a house down, some stone walls or something. Where are the villagers going? Out this way.
Monk!
Where is Chris's villagers? And units. Why are the scouts over here? Walling up this gold, definitely a pretty nasty thing to do, but it's a good idea. And yep, there we are. Town centre on the wood line. Chris should be getting up to castle age pretty soon though. Yeah, he'll be there about 20 minutes, just about, a little bit after that. But he hasn't done enough. If he'd left his scouts and spears over here, they could have maybe picked off a villager or two. Let's see, how many villagers are there? Yeah, like a lot of them are pretty damn injured. They could have killed a villager, 2, maybe 3, and just sort of denied this town centre for a while. Like, yeah, these knights are going to be pretty damn annoying. But they could have done something at least. They can continue walling up this gold. They could mine some stone at home, which he's doing. Awesome. And he's continuing the wall, which is even more awesome. And he can come build a tower on the stone maybe. Or this gold, or do something with the villagers. Even mine this gold back here. Because they've come all this way. If they're going to walk home, that's a lot of effort they've got to expend. Yeah, those 2 knights should pretty easily beat these scouts. The spearmen could do a little bit of damage. But if the knights concentrate it down like this, getting all these free hits in, like the spear's dead, hasn't done any damage. And now the scouts can harass some villagers. And it's a little bit too late now. Our town centre's already built. It's going to force the knights to GB. And so we're going to see Rabbit, 2 town centres, almost constantly working. Whereas Chris is 1 town centre. He's missing 1 stone so he can build another town centre. But he's also missing the wood. So his economy is going to fall behind pretty quickly. And that's just not good for him. He's laid the foundations, but he hasn't done any of that walling. That tower is probably going to pay off. Like, it definitely did what it intended. It denied Rabbit some wood. And that slowed down this night harass. Oh, Chris, he's going to get in. Oh god, that was close. That was close. Yeah, 4 knights, 2 camels, not a very even fight. Chris needs to chuck out some more camels, maybe some knights if you wanted to. Probably camels are the best bet at this stage since he's defending. And these villagers, they're gonna walk in, made a hole for them, which is nice. But here, now there's what, 5 knights here? 5, 6 knights. They all attack different bits of palisade. So that's 2 to 3 villages that have to spend their time preparing. And that's just inefficient, like they're not working. Not to mention, they're both idle. Oh, they're in. Oh, they're in. What, 6 knights? They're in twice. 6 knights versus 4 camels. Camels going the wrong way. Also, they've got bloodlines versus +1 armor. If Chris was attacking downhill, which he is in most of the cases, he could probably win this fight. As you can see, he's killed 2 knights, hasn't taken any losses yet. It's a good fight for him. Fighting uphill there, yeah, probably would have lost that. Especially since the more reinforcements coming in. Yeah, he's like sort of fully walled his gold here, which is a pretty smart thing to do. How's Rabbit's economy going? Yeah, it's okay. Still making out knights. Scouting. Ooh, but there, those camels are all dead. Too many knights. Too many knights versus not enough camels. Numbers will generally win in a fight. Like, yeah, you can have like a fully upgraded arbalest, but if you can't micro, or if I've got 100 militia, I'm gonna win. Like, eventually I will wear you down. And here, look, we've got so many villages. We've got 3 guys not doing anything, and they're only just barely keeping this palisade wall from going down. If I could click on it, I would. There we are. Look, they're just barely keeping it solid, but this one here, next to it, is also being attacked. So, this repairing, it's not very efficient. Chris should probably maybe try stonewalling behind it somewhere. Needs to do something with them. Because these knights, they're going to get in. There's nothing, these villages aren't going to stop it by repairing. But if you built some stone wall, and he's very quickly going to realize, okay, my knights are going to do like, I don't know, 1 or 2 damage each. Versus the stone wall. It's going to take me like 20 minutes to get in. Screw it, let's go attack somewhere else. And then Chris stonewalls all of his walls. Then he's pretty safe inside his base. What, 6 camels now, about 6 knights, plus another 3, 9 knights, 6 camels. Knights are probably going to win this at this stage. And they're in. Those 3 villages are dead. Those camels. Oh no, the villages survive. Oh, silly knights, there was a hole in the wall. Chris is also chucking out some spearmen. Just smart idea. Also helps counter the knights. But here, look, Chris is just getting up his second town centre. Rabbit is already on his 3rd. Like, Amelia's gold's a little bit awkward with the palisades around there. But he's just so far ahead in economy wise. And even though he is missing one of his golds and one of his wood lines, it isn't that bad. And all the knights around here now. And I guess Chris just doesn't really have the economy to keep his ship working. And they're not repairing the wall. And the wall is down. Go camels. Save the day. At least try to. Go attack the ones inside your wall. Ooh, go this way. Camels. Why you do this? Here, you can see like how tanky these knights are. This one is being attacked by 2 camels, a spearman, and a town centre. And it's just slowly dying. Like, it isn't too bad. Like, yeah, they are, but both the knights, they're gonna die. There's just so much shit here attacking them. But they're gonna take a while. And while they do that, these guys here just turn around and mug the one guy chasing them. One guy. Yeah, 1-for-1 trade there. Which is a decent trade. And yes, he's dead. But camels, they are absolutely shit useless for raiding. They've got 100 health, which is the same as an unbloodline knight. But the key difference is knight's got 10 attack, a camel's only got 6. So I mean, camels need like close to double the amount of attacks or strikes to kill a single villager. And also, camels don't have any base armor. Whereas knights, they've got 2 pierce armor to begin with. So those town centers do 2 less damage. 5 attack down to 3, that's a lot. That makes your knight survive like an extra 5 or 10 shots maybe. 10 shots, yeah, something like that. That's a pretty big deal. That's a lot of damage that you can survive easily. Something also to note, Chris's walls are still basically dead. 40 health, 64 health, they're going to get in there pretty easily if they want to. The number of knights he has. Ooh, forward villager, what are you doing? Forward monastery. Smart, I guess. Monks counter knights, so there's no reason why they aren't going to counter camels as well. But I reckon Rabbit's best bet is probably just to continue booming. Like, yeah, keep making knights enough that he can harass Chris. Maybe keep making some extra camels as well. Go for like a 2-to-1 split knights to camels, so that if he does get in, he'll be able to kill some villagers pretty easily. But since it's 2 town centers to 3 rabbits, let's see how much military cities. 16 military cities on about 60 odd villages. Chris is on about 4. He's almost on 50 villages. So yeah, that's an extra 10 villages for rabbit already, and that difference is just going to keep getting larger and larger and larger as the game goes on. Where are you guys going now? What are you building? Builder. Ooh, castle. I would probably go on a little bit further forwards with the castle. Like, try to deny the stone maybe. Or go right up to here, try to deny the gold as well. Hey, got a camel. Admittedly, he picked the camel that has the least health, which is pretty unlucky. But, what can you do?
Salam.
But still, Chris is on 2 town centers. Rabbit 3. I'm going to keep stressing this point. Ooh, can Rabbit see this? You can see the castle. If I was Chris, I would stick a palisade down there. Yeah, there we are. Awesome. And with these camels here blocking on this side, I can't really stop the castle. It's starting to make its own camels. But, yeah, I would expect Rabbit to get to Imp sometime soon. He's about to get another camel. Yep. Again, he picked an injured one, which is pretty unlucky. But Rabbit's economy is just so much stronger. We're almost on 100 pop versus 70, which is it's a massive difference. Chris is finally going for his 3rd town centre. I guess it's a little bit too late. And this tower, oh, Rabbit's trying to get up a defensive tower to try to pick off the villagers building the castle. But I guess it's a little bit too late to do it. Like, this castle's at 70%. The tower probably would have gone up, but it would have been a little bit too late to deny the castle. But the good thing about this is this was forced these camels to come in for a fight, fighting underneath the town centre. And remember, we were talking about how the camels had basically no pierce armor earlier. They took, well, actually they didn't. They took a lot of unnecessary damage. Not many deaths, but a lot of damage that they didn't need to take. Yeah, this castle's good. Denies the gold, denies the wood. Possibly pick off some villages as they get out of the town centre, if they aren't immediately, you know, heading off to the gather point somewhere to the side. Oh, but if only Chris could get like 4 or 5 knights that come in and harass this wood line. Oh, this would be deadly. All of Rabbit's militaries around the side. This is his only real wood line now. Castle's denied this one. Oh, the bloody monk is still converting stuff. Ooh, castle, kill the monk. Go castle. Nope. You can do it, castle. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Nope. Bad castle. But yeah, just a handful of knights, get in here, kill some villagers, force them to garrison. That would really fuck up Rabbit's economy by a pretty big margin. Ooh, didn't get convert there. But yeah, if he's forced off wood for a little bit, he's only got, like, he's doing a good job of not floating too many resources, keeping everything close to bare minimum what he needs to do stuff. And so if you stop him from taking wood for a couple of minutes, or not even a couple of minutes, just like a minute or so, the amount of wood he'll spend reseeding farms or, I don't know, doing whatever he's doing will have a pretty dramatic effect on what's happening. Let's see. Chris is starting to catch up population-wise, 94 to 104-ish. It's only 10 difference now. Getting up a 4th town centre, which is awesome. I probably wouldn't have put it there. I guess he's just trying to really protect this area. See, he's got both these extra golds at the back. But I would consider going out here for like one of these golds and forests off to the side. Like, has Chris scouted over there? No, he hasn't. Okay, so he doesn't know there's anything there. But if he could have gotten over there and denied it, or not really denied it, but stopped Rabbit from taking it, then he would have been able to have a pretty good chance of winning this in the long run. Like here, that's 3. What's that? 6 times 8. That's like 4,800. Yeah, that's almost 5k gold there. And like the town center isn't going to deny it forever, but like it'll allow you to take, I would expect, about half of it pretty easily, without like taking too many unnecessary damage. Ooh, barracks is already. I think Chris might be thinking about going imp. He's seeding a lot of farms. He's only 5 pop down now. His tower has almost killed the slumber camp. Working mighty hard. Rabbit walled off his wood here. Probably not going to have that much of an effect. See, it's still pretty open here. And it is still his only wood line, which is probably the main thing that might allow Chris to win this. If he can get in here, he needs to attack the wood line. Where is his army at the moment? Okay, immediately his army does seem to be quite a lot smaller. We've got 20 army, 116 pop, 30 army, 120 pop. So Chris is actually just about overtaken Rabbit in village account at the moment. But that's going to be absolutely useless if his whole army dies and Rabbit gets into his economy. See, how's this going? Ooh, Chris is going to be going in pretty soon. He's got the gold for it, but he has immediately spent food on pikemen. Oh, yeah, these camels, they're going to die. They're way outnumbered. He's got slightly more, got 1 extra upgrade. It's not going to save him that much. Slowly killing this town center. Let's see. That's a good castle from Rabbit. Sort of defends his stone. Defends his wood line. Good spot to put it. But now what is Chris gonna do? His whole military is dead. He's stuck to 2 pikemen in some barracks. It's not gonna go too well. Yeah, Chris has sort of overtaken Rabbit in the economy-wise. Oh, we've got a 5th town center now. All the villages. But he doesn't have any military. He can't defend this at all. Not to mention the fact that his gold here is open. Open hole in the wall there. Open at the back. Well, half a dozen pikemen and a handful of camels. It's not going to cut it. Let's see, how's Rabbit going? Oh yeah, Chris has just spent most of his food on pikes and camels. Yep, you got fully upgraded camels now. I would click on a pikeman if I could find one. There's a pikeman. No, I'm not upgraded yet. That's not too big of a deal. But there, that's a lot of his gold. Villagers just killed off there. And a monastery. I'm guessing to go for some relics. But this is not looking too good here. These camels and knights doing a lot of damage to the economy. Rabbit is now up to imp. Like before, like not even 5 minutes ago, I was saying Chris has got a stronger eco, he's going to get up to imp. But because he didn't have any military, he's just lost his economy advantage. So like, close to a third of his farms aren't working on the frontier. He's lost quite a lot of gold area. Ooh, we finally killed the town centre though. So Rabbit's back down to 2 town centres. But because he is going imp, he is starting to make archery ranges. So I'm guessing he's going to go for hand cannons and helbs. He appears to be building a castle to kill the tower and sort of defend this gold. So I wouldn't make a castle, I'd just make a mangonel. It's a lot cheaper. I'd just put the castle somewhere a bit more useful. Iron casting. Chris is starting to fight Rabbit back, getting him out of his base. But he had to spend so much extra food trying to defend that. He had to make a lot of pikemen that he didn't. I don't think he wanted to make just yet. He's still got a lot of them queued up, and that's just a lot of food that he's not using now. Market is possibly gonna buy and sell some stuff to try to get to imp soon, but it doesn't look too good here. Yeah, Rabbit going for hand cannon help, I would guess. Just like the Franks, it's sort of like the imperial thing to do in a 1v1 with Persians and Franks. Because yes, they've got really strong paladins, but helbs or camels both counter them pretty easily. And so you need something to kill the helbs. So you make hand cannons. And it's just a good combo. Like I guess you could argue that going for, say, paladins and hand cannons would be decent. And yes, it would be a decent.
I need a monk.
Decent unit combination. But hand cannons and helbs, they've both got similar unit speed. So like if you advance together, or if you advance separately, I should probably say, you're gonna not run ahead and lose them. Like get them to sacrifice themselves doing stupid shit. But with paladins, by the time the hand cannons catch up, you're either gonna have missed your opportunity to do some good raiding, or you'll be killed by all the helbs. Helbs and hand cannons. Okay, I don't know what these monks are for. Are we going offensive monks? Is Chris making more monasteries? What is this? I'm much confused. Nope, we seem to be going skirmisher and pikes, and I'm much confused. What are we doing? Not doing help. Right, now we're going chemistry, so I could maybe expect hand cannons soonish. But because he's been missing these 2 golds for such a long time, he doesn't have any gold income, which is, I guess, the only thing at this stage that's keeping Chris in this game. What is Chris doing? Chris is making more stables. He's going light calves. Oh, I'm not sure how heavy Rabbit is going to go for skirmishes. I think they're just sort of a make weight for the time being until he's able to get out hand cannons. But yeah, light cav, decent count of skirmishes. Hey Light Empire, how's it going? So yeah, Chris is going to get imp in a minute. He's got a pretty strong economy at the moment. Look at this, he's got like double food, 6 times the amount of gold. So he should be able to win any unit engagements, hopefully, once he gets to imp. The problem is not losing all of his units before he gets there. Let's see, we've done chemistry now for Rabbit. Yep, still making skirmish. I don't know what we're doing. Okay, yeah, we're still making pikes and skirms, because we don't have any gold income. This gold... Oh, this castle's finally been killed. And replacing the town centre. Smart move. But yeah, been off this gold for such a long period of the game. It's sort of held him back a lot more. He probably should have been able to win this a lot earlier. I guess it's a good play by Chris doing this forward castle and the tower over here denying the wood earlier. Yeah, I'm going pretty well. I've been missing Age of Empires, haven't really been playing the last 3 or so days. Doing some shit around the house, haven't had access to the computer. So I thought I'd just do a stream to, I don't know, get back into it. Yes, Chris has got helms. He doesn't have a he doesn't have any archery ranges, so he's not going hand cannons. So it looks like pure trash. I'm gonna go for hussars and helms. All the H units. I'm not so sure if that's a wise decision. Like, yeah, the helms will counter the pikes and skirmishers will counter the skirmishers. The hussars will counter the skirmishers. But once we get a critical massive hand cannons and pikemen fighting together in a smallish area, I don't think this trash combination will work. I guess we could add in some bombard cannons or scouting monks looking for relics. Add like bombard cannons or onagers or something. Rabbit looks like he's coming forward to the castle. And Chris, no, this is Rabbit. Why am I looking at Rabbit? Rabbit's house on 180. Chris just doesn't have the food to keep making all this trash. He needs a lot more farms. Like, he's trying to get out as many farms as he can. But it's not looking too good for him at the moment. Not good at all. I'm really surprised that Rabbit still hasn't done helps. But I guess he's spending... Oh no, there it is. Never mind. He was just a little bit late with it. But now that he's got helps, it's an even fight between helps. Yep, they're all fully upgraded. The hussars missing the armor upgrade, and the skirmishers are missing a little bit of armor as well. But other than that, yeah, it's not looking good for Chris at all. Hand cannons, skirmishers, and helps. Skirmishers weren't really I expected, but as I was sort of saying, it's just a bit of a make-weight unit combination until he's able to start massing hand cannons. And now that he has, there's just not much he can do. I guess he could try going hussar raiding. That would probably be the best thing for him to do. And here we have Rabbit coming over to control these golds on the side of the map. Whereas Chris is going for some barracks over here. Yeah, does not look good for Chris at all. So many helps. So many hand cannons. Just so many units, really. Rabbit's pretty close to being pop blocked. Admittedly, Chris is pretty close as well. But most of his economy, most of his population is villages. He's got 20 military, so he's got 160 villages. Whereas Rabbit has got 20, 50... He's got like a good 60 or 70 military. He's only got 120 villages. So Chris has probably got a stronger economy at this stage. But Rabbit is just gonna... Ooh, this is not good. Well, at least Chris is gonna know that there's shit over here. But I'm guessing once he sees that, it's probably gonna call GG. Look at this, this is like half of his main gold that he doesn't have access to now. He doesn't have any military production buildings back here. He doesn't have a lot of space to build more. He just can't replace the units that are dying. He's got like 2k gold in the bank, but he's just got nowhere to spend it. Nothing he can do. This castle's gonna be a rude surprise. Deciding to make some knights. Ooh, Cavalier. Guess he decided to use the gold now. But versus Helbs and hand cannons, paladins aren't going to do much. Let's watch this castle. Dun dun dun. Yes, that was good timing. Okay, well they're all gonna die now. Everything's gonna die. And Chris is still keeping his population going. But that's pretty much because he's got a lot of town centers making villages. Hussars and Cavalier. Now he's starting to make hand cannons. He doesn't appear to have any upgrades for them. Of course, his blacksmith was killed. He needs a new one. Yeah, no, this isn't going to go well at all. He just can't get up enough units to hold. Like, if he could pause Rabbit for like 5 minutes and just get him to stop pushing. Like, if he can't push past this line that he's on right now, if he could hold him for 10 minutes like that, then Chris's superior economy would quickly sort of take over, I guess, and allow him to reclaim his earlier sort of domination that he had for a little bit. But as it is, he just can't get the units out fast enough to find them back. Like, admittedly, this is a bit of a bad decision by Rabbit here, sending these siege raiders by themselves. Cavalier and the Hussars are getting in there and killing them off while the villagers repair the town centre. Luckily, Persians have double the health in town centres. So yes, now he has held the side. But he's about to lose the side. Trebs, hand cannons, skirms, helps, everything. And he's not going to be able to keep repairing this castle. Doing conscription, awesome idea though. Just to allow him to make his units a little bit faster. And there's the blacksmith. Where are you going, villagers? Ooh, that is a risky castle. And these two poor hussars trapped on the other side. Oh no, he needs to get conscription done. Will he get oh no. Oh no. Oh, that was unfortunate. He needed to get conscription ages ago. Conscription just such a big deal. What's like an extra 33% faster military production? Like, yeah, once this castle's built, he'll be able to do that. Oh wow, he spent all of his gold. That's a lot of hand cannons he's queued up. Damn. But now we're seeing Rabbit having map control over here. That's an extra 5k gold, which I was talking about a little bit earlier. And yes, Chris does have 3 relics. 3 relics, which is going to give him a little bit of gold. But it's not going to give you 5k. Unless the game goes for a couple of hours now. And Chris just... he can't defend this. Hell, he might lose this castle to Helvediers by themselves. Without murder holes. Yeah, we can see Rabbit score quickly. Breaking away. He's got what, like a 3k difference now? Getting close to 4. No, it's still sitting around 3k. But Chris, he just can't get the unit combination out to defend this. Like, Persian, they got shit arbalest, they don't even get arbalest. So British hand cannon or skirmisher is their only choice. Well, they could do heavy scorpion. I believe, yeah, they could do heavy scorpion to counter the Helbs. But I probably wouldn't go for that. Expensive upgrade. They're pretty slow units. And now we've got some hussar raiding. Chris looks pretty much done here. Sad to say this, Chris is a pretty good friend, but Rabbit's just played this really, really well. Much stronger player. And here's the trebuchets to kill the new castle. GG castle. Hand cannons are still pushing around the side. Doesn't seem to be as many helps as there used to be. But I guess if you've got enough hand cannons, it doesn't matter. But yeah, siege rams and trebs, castle's gonna die. He doesn't have enough stone to keep preparing it for ages anyway. And even if you could, he's taking too much damage. And once this castle falls, again, boom, rabbits are going to be straight into its economy. All these villages up here, yeah, there we are. GG. Bloody good game, that. Okay, wow. It's pretty even early. About the first 25-30 minutes. Oh, not even 30, maybe first 25 minutes. It was pretty even. But towards the end here, rabbits just slowly worn him down, really. I'll have a quick look at the stats, and then we'll see what I'm going to do next. Yeah, a lot more kills here for rabbit. Being destroyed, obviously, in a larger army. Consequently, yeah, look, Chris had a shit ton more villages. But I guess semi-surprisingly, he lost most of the economy, resource stuff. Gold, he was missing half of his main gold. Rabbit had 2 extra golds. Like, yeah, 3 relics that gave him 1k gold. But he was missing way more than 1k gold. Stone-wise, he was still missing part of his stone. And wood was pretty even. Same with food, I guess. Yeah, aging up. His scouts just couldn't do anything in early feudal. Yep, Schuster and Hallis played. I'm pretty sure Hallis won 2-0. Let me just quickly check.